Hey everyone, so it's taken a while to get this video out because I got a cold the day this video was filmed, but I'm going to be doing some rope twists, and I guess you could call them feed-in braids, only I don't know how to feed in, so they're actually technically crochet braids. So I'm going to divide or section off the very front of my hair. I did like a little side part for myself, and this will just help cover up the cornrow. So you start by sectioning off where you're going to put your cornrow, and it's going to go in the middle of that section that I've made, and then you put one side away. You can bantu knot it or braid it. Braiding it's actually a little easier, but I'm putting one side away, and then I'm going to take my comb and section off a small part for the cornrow. And it actually shouldn't go all the way down to your nape. You don't want it to go that far, otherwise you'll see the braid when your style is complete. So I'm making the section a little bit smaller. I don't want my cornrow to be that big. I want more hair out to work with. And then you're going to keep those sections separate. And this is not really a tutorial on how to cornrow, but I'm going to cornrow this section. And because we're going to be crocheting hair onto this, we want to make sure that it's tight. So not so tight that you're like pulling out hair, but you don't want it loose, because if you want to, the longevity of the style depends on how tight your cornrow is. So you want it to be pretty snug, pretty standard. That way you can crochet hair on and it's not going to get really loose. So you you braid, cornrow the hair about 90% of the way there, making sure to keep the rest of your hair out of the way. I'm just holding it in my mouth because I didn't have a clip. The bobby pin is obviously not working. And then when I get down to the end of this section, I'm just gonna braid a little by itself, and then I'm just gonna take a small rubber band and secure that. And you want it right at the base of the cornrow once it leaves your head, and the rest of the hair you're just going to leave loose because I have long hair, so it's not going to stay flush. But this is what it looks like. You've got a cornrow in the center of your part. I use the X-Pression brand African collection Sensationnel kanekalon hair, and this hair is super long. It's a color number 4. I actually ended up cutting it in half, and it's still really long. I don't know the inches, but basically you're just gonna take a little bit of hair, and this is only about a third of the pack. I didn't even use this much hair for both sides of my head. But you want to feather the ends because, your real hair is gonna taper. So you wanna make sure that the extension hair is tapered so it looks as natural as possible. So I've crocheted most of the hair, and I'm using really small sections, and I'm packing them in close together. That way it kind of falls naturally, and then it's easier to twist. If you have big chunky sections, your knots are going to be really big, and it's going to be really noticeable, and it'll be a little harder to flat twist your hair. So I put the knot on the bottom, and then I pull the hair through 3 times and make a knot. And you can do more if you want to, but this hair's got a tiny bit of texture to it, so it's not going to slip out. Plus, the hair's going to be twisted, so it won't be moving anywhere. Here I'm just showing you how small you want that section to be. And this might actually be a little too big, actually. A little bit smaller than that. And then, of course, the tapered ends. So you stick the crochet hook underneath the cornrow, and then you loop on the hair, and then you're going to pull the hair through the loop 3 times. So you'll pull it through once and twist, pull it through twice, twist, and one last time. And then I'm gonna tighten the knot by pulling the hair just like that. And you do that all the way up to the cornrow, and you want the sections small and packed together just like that. And before I get started, I'm going to make sure I comb through the hair. So now that that's combed through, I'm going to release the section that I've created, and I had braided it because after a while it was just very frustrating getting in the way. And then the section above the cornrow I'm also going to release, and then you'll just see how the hair kind of is hidden. And before you do anything braiding or twisting, you want to make sure all the tangles are out. My hair is blow dried here. So my hair is not really tangled, I'm just making sure that there are no snags. So you can kind of see that the color really matches my hair pretty well. You can't really tell other than, you know, the length. So here, that long part, that's the extension. That part, that's my real hair. So it's just a little bit longer. And since I have fine hair, I wanted to be sure it looked nice and full. So this is why I decided to do a crochet feed-in rope twist. I'm going to take some Hick's Edge Control. This video is not sponsored. I just bought this from Walmart for like 12 bucks and I've been using it for about a year. I like it. And then I just make sure I put that in my hairline and I use a bristle brush to kind of smooth it in. I'm not being really rough with it. I'm being really gentle, even though I've sped up the video. And then you're just going to start your flat twist. And I section a piece out of the front, and then you just, oh, I'm putting in more edge control, and then you're just going to split it in two and then flat twist. However you know how to flat twist, that's what you're going to do, but making sure to keep it kind of snug, that way it stays kind of flush on your head. And the best idea is to flat twist directly over the cornrow that you created. That way, you know, there's no risk of any of the knots showing, and then it looks as neat and full as possible. And then I'm going to keep a little section of my sideburn out just for, you know, aesthetics. And then you're just going to keep flat twisting down, being sure to gather hair from both sides. And I flat twist kind of tight. It doesn't look tight, but this helps the style last a little bit longer if it's nice and snug. If it's really loose, like when you first saw it in the beginning of the video, yes, I redid that side, then it won't last as long. Now this is the part where it's a rope twist, and the best way to describe it is you're still two-strand twisting, but you're also rotating your wrists inward, and that kind of locks the hair in place. Kind of like doing a Senegalese twist. You twist the two sides towards each other as well as two-strand twisting. So I'm just rotating my wrists. You see the rotate of my wrists there? That just makes it a rope twist, makes it neater. One of the sections was too small and I'm trying to borrow hair and keep twisting, but if you let go, that's what happens. So make sure you just keep it nice and snug, rotating your wrists and turning it into a rope. I hope that makes sense. Maybe watching it is easier than listening to it, but that is how you do a rope twist. And this is where the tapering comes in handy because it looks extremely natural, just like regular hair. I'm going to take another rubber band and then just secure the ends. You can dip this hair because it's kanekalon hair, but my hair goes almost entirely to the rubber band, so I'm not dipping my hair in boiling water. That's just not happening. And you can pull it apart a little bit if you want to. Here I'm just making my edges look kind of nice. I'm using the same Hick's Edge Control and my Eco Slay edge brush and trying to make it look kind of decorative. I'm not very good at the swooping of the edges, but I liked the way this looked, so we're going to stick with that. And then do the same thing to the other side, using a little bit of that Hick's Edge Control, and then just kind of swooping the hair, making it look a little neat, and then tucking any hairs in. And then my sideburn was a little messed up, so I'm just gonna spray it with some water really quick to get the curl back nice and neat. That's optional. You don't have to have your sideburns out if you don't want to. This is what it looks like from the back. I think it looks pretty seamless. I think there might be one spot where the knot might be showing, but these are my rope twists. And you could make them even tighter if you want to. I didn't want them much tighter. I think I redid that side because it was kind of, it was a lump. See right there, I'm trying to cover up the knot. You actually can't see it, but I can feel it. So those are my rope twists. And it actually, they come just a little bit longer than how my hair looks when it's loose and blow dried. But I was really pleased with this style. I like that I made a little side part. I think it's a little more flattering for my face that way, but it's all out of the way. The ends are hidden and it's a great protective style. I actually ended up wearing it like this for a week and a half, and then I did a French braids. I was not very good at doing them, so I didn't film it, but this is the day before I was about to take it out. So it's been, I wore the French braids for another week and a half, so it was about 2.5 weeks of wearing this protective style. So you could do all kinds of stuff with your hair like this. This is really frizzy because I'm about to take it out. At nighttime, I just twisted it in the back or cross wrapped it, and then I took 2 bobby pins and just secured it in the front. And this is how I kept the hair looking as fresh as possible, because I guess you could put just a do-rag on and cover the top, but then the rest of the rope twist get a little tangled and messy. And I'm going to bed. It's actually way early because I was feeling really ill, but I needed to finish filming this video, so I'm going to bed. It's probably like, I don't know, 7 o'clock at night. I was not feeling well after doing this video, but this is actually how I slept with it while it was in the rope twists. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or you want to know more about the hair I used, all the details will be in the description box. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!